So I'm driving to my dentist's office. My dentist only takes cash or money orders. How cool is that shit? They're really, really old school. Aww. A cute boy just smiled at me. Isn't that awesome? He has no idea that I'm in my late 30s. I guess I shouldn't say late 30s. It's not at that point yet. When you're on the other side of 30, that's late 30s. You might as well just be 40, you know? It's so weird thinking about that. I guess, like, I know that I'm older, but I don't really feel older. Like, no matter how much I mature, I still feel like a child. And I don't know, I look at other people that are older than me, or maybe they're the same age, but they look a lot older, and it's just so weird, you know? Because I forget. I forget that age is a thing, and, you know, people get older, and their bodies fall apart, and they wish they were dead, but they still have to keep trucking along unless they decide to kill themselves. But anyway, I still have this flip phone. I know I talked about that a lot, but I think that flip phone life is probably not doable for a lot of people, considering the fact that, you know, everybody just they've succumbed to the technological stuff. They've succumbed to the digital world, unless they're obstinate, like my dentist, who refuses to get a credit card machine. But, you know, there are places like that. They only accept cash. And I think those places are going to come back in a big way. You know, we're going to find new ways to exchange. The barter system just makes sense because you're not relying on money, number one. Number two, like, you're relying on people, and that's so crucial, you know, to a community surviving. And I think that a lot of the time, you know, people just, they forget that. They forget that because they're so obsessed with, you know, whatever's going on behind that screen. But oh my god, you son of a fucking bitch. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill this road. I'm gonna kill this road. I don't know how, but I'm gonna fucking do it. Jesus. At least it wasn't a bad tire. Well, now this tire's fixing to be bad. I'm gonna need new tie rods in both of these motherfuckers. That's probably what's gonna happen. I need to take my car in again. I just hate that shit. Like, I avoid it because I know that it's gonna cost me a fuck ton of money, and I'm just not wanting to deal with it, but I know that I need to do it. Anyway. Yeah, so community is lost on people that just stare at a screen all the time. They forget that life is still happening. You know? Like, I have a friend of mine. I don't really talk to him anymore. He's a Marxist, and he's like grotesquely overweight. Like, it's really bad. Like, he's probably like 300 something pounds. And I don't judge him for that because I know that he's a fat kid. I know, I saw pictures of him when he was young. So it's like he's got those genes to be big boy, right? Well, I know that some people, you know, they're naturally a lot bigger, and people such as myself, you know, we never have to worry about that sort of thing because we're just naturally skinny. But anyway, he does comedy with me. He's one of the many that has yelled at me over my political beliefs and my anti-PC stance on everything. But he was like totally secluded in his house, you know, just watching CNN and staring at his phone all the time. No job. Didn't do comedy for like a whole year. Didn't leave his fucking house. And the one time that I see him, he tells me that he just can't work anymore. And I was like, you weren't working anyway, dude. But he's just so burned out on all of that. As if he had any reason to feel burned out. But it's like he says a lot of stuff that's just blatantly untrue. And I really believe it's not just because he watches CNN. It's because, like, he doesn't go out into the real world. He doesn't see the way that people are actually interacting. And especially, like, in the job market, you know, like, if people don't have a job and they don't see the way that everyone is interacting, you know, just going out in the public, being around people that work together, you know, it's like that's a whole side of life that he's like completely missing out on because he's terrified of a virus, you know. And it's like I just think about that. Like, I feel for him. Like, so many people, they're looking at everything all wrong. They look at people that have different politics like they're the enemy. Now, granted, they do want to kill your ass. That's definitely true. But I feel sorry for people that want to kill me, all because I have beliefs that they don't understand. I mean, just think about how pathetic that person is. That's their sentiment towards you, all because you say some stuff that makes them upset. And they don't have the emotional maturity to just accept the fact that, okay, I don't agree with this person. I don't have to think like this person, so that's good, right? It's like they can't conceptualize that. They think that just allowing that person to exist is agreeing with them on some level, you know? That's how twisted their thinking is. Now, I'm not saying he's like that, because we've had a lot of conversations, otherwise I wouldn't have gotten yelled at. But I feel for him because he doesn't want to work, and working is, I mean, at least it is for me. It's a positive thing. It's a positive thing that has helped me grow as a person, and it's provided me a lot of really great experiences with a very diverse group of people. And I'm not saying that to be cool, and I'm not saying that because I think that sort of experience should be pushed, because I don't think that many people are ready for that shit, obviously. I mean, if people can't even handle somebody that has a different opinion, like, why do you think that multiculturalism would work? You know? It's just obvious shit.